Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I'm going to show you guys what a full day of eating looks like for me. I lost a lot of pounds between April and like August, but I didn't document any of it. So I gained a few back just so I could lose it again for you. I'm on my way to 7% body fat for funsies, and I want to show you guys how I typically eat, especially because for me personally, it also needs to be geared around the most performance I can get out of myself for CrossFit. So it is 2:36 right now. Okay, 2:37. And we are training at 4:30. It's time to have our first meal. I eat the same pre-workout meal like every single day. I'm very ritualistic in that respect. I'll swap out minute things, but basically the same thing. Let's take you through my breakfast. So I do intermittent fasting. It's just a eating window that works for me, which is an 8-hour eating window. So first meal is going to be around 3 p.m. here. And that means my last meal will be no later than, it's pretty late, 11:30, but I'll try to get that down earlier than that. I like intermittent fasting because it allows me to really get the most out of my eating while I'm eating, and it allows me to be focused on other things and not be hampered by food in the morning so I can be productive. So we are going to make my morning oats breakfast that I always make. So I'm going to weigh out 80 grams of organic rolled oats. And then I'm going to put in about a cup of unsweetened almond milk. Happens to be organic. I love almond milk. I haven't been a dairy guy in a really long time. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the microwave for about 1:15. I'm now going to slice up this Gala apple. It's about 185 grams. I love putting apple in my oatmeal just for the texture. All right, so I've got my 80 grams of oats here. I'm now going to put in 2 scoops of this organic plant-based protein. I really like organic plant-based protein because my tummy can handle it, and that's all that matters to me. I also weigh everything. I don't leave anything to chance when it comes to macros. It works for me. So we're gonna weigh out 44 grams of protein. Go ahead and mix that up. As I say, I weigh everything. Add a little bit of unsweetened almond milk, like so. So we will put copious amounts of cinnamon. Cinnamon and apple go together really well. And mix my apples in there. Delicious sludge. By the way, this protein powder is chocolate flavored. It's about 10 grams of sliced almonds. I love sliced almonds. All right, that's what it's looking like, guys. All right, guys, so that is my breakfast. I'm gonna go work out at 4:30, so that'll give me about 90 minutes-ish to digest. I eat this every day. I absolutely love it. Give it a try if you like. It is fairly calorie dense at this volume, but I want to feel really fueled up for my workout. So now I'm gonna relax and eat this, and I will see you guys at my post-workout meal. Macros on the screen. Some of you may have noticed I'm really hairy right now, and I'm really proud of it.
Think about the girl time. Decide to hide. I'm not maybe it's time. What you know about me? Now don't be off of my head. Caught you there with his friends. 40 by my shorty. Ask for me. I want you in the pinky diamond ring. Please, I just
Halfway to this, guys. 2.5 minutes.
post-workout, guys, and I am drinking a Fit Aid. Yeah, and I'm driving. This is a terrible idea. Very unsafe. All right, guys, welcome home. It is 6:45. I just got back from the gym. Wonderful workout. Hi, puppy. I stopped. You're messy. Stay down. I stopped at one of my favorite restaurants called Mr. Bento Burger. Ironically, I did not get a burger, but I did get a wonderful salmon, rice, and green salad with a ginger carrot dressing meal. I didn't do any teriyaki sauce. I try to avoid that sauce in general. I'll probably put some no sugar added ketchup on this because I like ketchup on everything. Simple carbs like white rice, awesome pre-workout, post-workout sort of thing. So I'm gonna dig into that. There's 185 grams of that. There's 5.5 ounces of this salmon, and then probably a couple cups of this green salad and about 30 grams of the dressing. Hey, it's empty. I will drink one of these LaCroix. There you go. This is just sparkling water. Hey, it's still empty. We'll have another meal later. This is my post-workout meal. And macros on the screen. See you guys probably in like 2.5, 3 hours. I have no idea what we're gonna eat, but I'm sure it's gonna be bomb. By the way, guys, for whatever it's worth, I'm like a savorer of meals. Like it's just part of my new identity. That when I eat, I just want to have an experience like every time. So I chew really, really slow. I was inspired by this guy named Ben Lynch, who's a gene expert. I was filming him give a talk, and he was talking about the power of masticating your food at least 20, but hopefully 30 times, and how it really ups the ante on nutrient absorption and digestion. And beyond that, it allows for a better leptin response, which is that hormone that tells you I am full, I don't need any more food. And then beyond that, I just found that like chewing slow just makes the meal last longer, and I can taste it for longer. So a meal like this will probably take me a solid 25, 30 minutes to eat. And I like that. And because I fast, right? Because I incorporate fasting protocols, I wait till I have a chance to enjoy my meal. So I have a chance to deactivate and be calm and just be in a space to eat in peace, as opposed to on the go or in a rush or anything like that. It's a really big deal to me. And I think it's been a big part of my self-care and just having like a good relationship with food. So I wanted to share that with you in case that rubs off on you, and maybe something you can think about. Yeah. All right, guys, it is 8:44. I'm back from a meeting, and it is time to have my last meal of the day. So I'm gonna make what I make literally 3 or 4 times a week, and what I've been posting on my Instagram. I'm just gonna show you guys my little process. I really love eating, and in that respect, with my newfound perspective on my relationship with food and my goals and blah, 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 I like to eat a lot. And the only way I can really do that and still enjoy my workouts, enjoy my body composition, feel like I'm doing the right thing for my health in general, is my most part of my lifestyle, I eat a lot of vegetables. That's the antidote for how do I eat a bunch but not spike my blood sugar like crazy and gain a bunch of unnecessary weight and blah, 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 all that stuff. So I'm gonna make the meal that I make all the time. It's huge. It's huge. And that way you guys can have some context for the Instagram post, because it just looks like, but it's really, really good. And please load the comments with ideas, because I have like a thing I do, but I'm very much a student, just a baby student at this whole cooking food game. So this is just my go-to. I want to prep it for you guys now. So it's 8:45. I don't exactly know how long this is gonna take, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? For me, carbs, at least in the form of like simple carbs, or even some complex carbs, I just leverage them mostly for pre and post workout, and then they lose their value to me later in the day. That's why tons of vegetables get incorporated, but I'll still do beans, as you guys are gonna see. Come along. Pan, medium heat. Big AF. Like my guns, bro. Calm down, I'm kidding. I know there's a lot of dudes with bigger guns. Coconut spray. For fat-free cooking. Big ass zucchini, because this just like in terms of caloric value, low, nutrition density, high, and there's just a bunch of it to eat. So I always have a big ass zucchini. And then here's a yellow pepper for tonight. Whatever pepper will do. I'm gonna chop these up. Ooh, a little bit of garlic in my life. As I think I said earlier, guys, I weigh everything. It's kind of a game to me. I don't feel neurotic about it or stressed about it. I like data, and I like that data can be used and harnessed to get great results. So I weigh even my vegetables. Got some broccoli florets. So I actually put a little bit of water in this bowl. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, soften it up just a bit before I put it on the pan. A keen eye would note that I cleaned the kitchen since seeing you guys earlier because I want to make my wife proud. Okay? Okay. Mushrooms! Huge fan of mushrooms. Like, I'm on a mushroom kick that's lasted for months, and I want to try a bunch of different mushrooms, but right now the cremini, I think it's called, cremini, whatever, these are my go-to, and I really love them. So about 100 grams of mushrooms. Alright, mushrooms added. This is what we're, oh geez, that would have been bad. Here's what we're looking like right now, okay? So good. Big olive kick as well. So here are some sliced olives. And I'm gonna put the whole can in this little stir fry thingy. And it's gonna be about 60 calories of black olives. I don't know why I said about 60. It says 60 on the can, so it's probably a hard 60. I hope when I'm 60, I'm a hard 60. Okay. Right now, it kind of still has like this nice aesthetic value. It just looks like nice, for lack of better words. Black beans are huge, so I add this whole can of organic black beans, but it just like, it messes up the look of it, but it's really tasty, and I'll show you what I add to make it extra tasty. But first, before we do that, let's season this. Excuse me, Ellie. I have the confidence to season with a total of 5 things. And because it's the only thing I really feel confident with right now, and I'm not huge on exploring, apparently, everything gets seasoned with this. So, start off, black pepper, salt, garlic powder, dill weed, onion powder. Nice work, Noah. Thanks, Noah. Adding the black beans, organic. Macros will be on the screen in a second. So next we're going to put in a couple handfuls of some baby spinach. Micronutrients, micronutrients. Okay, so this is what we're looking like right about now. The spinach, the zucchini, and definitely adding the can of black beans makes this far too liquidy. So I have a thickening agent that is my go-to that kind of tastes like Parmesan cheese, and it's incredible, and I use it all the time. When I did my vegan challenge, I was turned on to nutritional yeast. High protein content, great flavor, and as I said, it'll thicken up something like that. This gives it more body. So we just put in 10 grams of nutritional yeast. All right, here's about what we're at. All we gotta do now is add chicken. So I pre-made some organic, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They are rancho. I'll probably do 6 ounces tonight. By the way, this chicken is seasoned the exact same way that food is seasoned, aka the only way I feel comfortable seasoning. Please put your seasoning perspectives and knowledges in the comments below. Level your boy up. Help me be more. Alright guys, our dinner is complete. This is a huge plate of food. Again, big reason I like eating clean, just tons of vegetables, whole food, stuff like that, is you just get to eat a ton of it. And then I like knowing that it's going towards my goals. It just makes me feel good. Great for my self-esteem, great for exercise, great for recovery. It's where I'm at right now. I dig it. I'm a veggie dude. So we're gonna weigh this thing. I want you guys to know how much food this is. This is 3 pounds of food that I'm about to knock out. It's seriously so good, you guys. Yeah, I love this meal. We'll see you guys for my dessert, you could say. I have this little berry thing that I make with some dehydrated peanut butter. Super bomb. And then that'll wrap up our day. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, just finished eating that 3-pound, gigantic, incredibly filling, wonderful dinner. I am really full, but I do want to make my typical healthy dessert. When it comes to like being on a cut, the way I gauge how close I will get to my maintenance calories in terms of how much like of a deficit I will stay in really just depends on how I'm feeling physically, mentally, and I always keep in mind that I want to eat also with the mindset of having wonderful, energetic, fulfilling workouts. So my maintenance calories, especially eating this way, tend to be around 2,800 or so. So right now I'm about 700-800 calories under my maintenance calories. So that's how I sort of gauge how fast I want to lose weight. How much under my maintenance calories do I want to be? I always keep in mind my refeed days because those get tracked, but they usually level off from a fasting day, be it a 24 or prolonged. So for me, some weeks maybe I'll lose 1 or 2 pounds, other weeks a ½ pound. Occasionally in the past I plateau, and that's when we make adjustments and we can modify calories, we can modify carb intake, meal timing, maybe add in an extra fast, something like that. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a sense of my mindset when it comes to a cutting day. I find out what my maintenance calories are because I track all my food and my weight all the time anyway. And then however much I feel like being under that maintenance calorie total, that's what we go with. As you guys have seen through the day, I mean, right now we're only at 1,800 net calories and I'm literally stuffed. So that's why I don't say like there's a right or wrong way, but I think people get this idea that when you are cutting or you're trying to lean out, that you have to eat very little and you're just not eating the right foods, or you're eating foods that are far too calorically dense and not nutrient dense. And I've really just developed a good mindset for that. That works for me. And the whole thing about it is compliance. So I can comply to this. Just wanted to throw that out there. I know you didn't necessarily come to hear me babble about that, but mindset, right? I don't want to feel hungry when I'm leaning out. I just don't. Let me show you guys how to make the most delicious late night treat. Okay, first things first, we're gonna weigh out 2 servings of this dehydrated peanut butter. This stuff is amazing. Pro tip, you can buy this stuff in bulk at Winco. So I actually just used this container and refilled it with the exact same product, just in bulk. We're going to use some almond milk, unsweetened, but this is out. So we're gonna add a little bit of water. Now we're just going to mix this up. A liquidy peanut butter paste. I'm going to add 1 serving, 1 teaspoon of this organic coconut sugar, just for a little extra sweetness. Here we have frozen organic strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. We're gonna put in 1 serving of that. We're gonna toss this in the microwave for 33 seconds. Dad, if you end up watching this, I know you don't like when I use microwave, or when I microwave plastic BPAs. The strawberries are huge, so I take one of these knives and I end up cutting them into smaller pieces. Ooh, look at that, guys. It's so good. Now we do 140 grams of frozen organic blueberries, AKA 1 serving. I like berries because they're pretty low in sugar. Their glycemic index, their glycemic load is just, it's favorable for later in the day. Now we just stir this up. So I let the peanut butter liquidy paste just cover all the berries. Just cover those damn berries. It's like eating a bowl of peanut butter and jelly. That's what it is. So we're gonna finish it off by sprinkling 15 grams of sliced almonds, raw sliced almonds, and then 1 tablespoon of actual creamy peanut butter. And that's gonna drizzle on top. I'm just gonna measure out 15 grams of sliced almonds. Can y'all see? Can y'all see what this is? This is good. It's what this is. Ask my wife, I literally eat this 5 nights a week. 1 tablespoon of Adam's peanut butter. We're just going to drizzle. I'm just gonna drizzle that peanut butter. Could have been a chef in another life, I think. There you have it. Look at this. Look at this, man. frozen berry medley. Takes forever to eat. It's so, so good. All right, guys, I'm about to eat this. Again, this is a dessert that I eat 4 or 5 nights a week, I swear. I absolutely love it. Incredible flavor profile. You have a little bit of salty with the peanut butter. You have the texture with the almonds and just the sweetness of the blueberries coated with that peanut butter powder. It's phenomenal. All right, so final macros for the day. 367 carbs, but net carbs are a bit less because I get a ton of fiber. So net carbs would be half of your fiber, and you subtract that number to your actual carbohydrates. So today I took an 84, so we'd subtract 42 grams of carbs. So it'd be more like 327, 325. Yeah, so protein 200, carbs 367, fat 80. Solid day. Solid day. And this is one of the heavier days that I've had, but I'm still in that caloric deficit today. So my net calories are 3,882, and that's roughly 300 calories into a deficit. Some days I will go more like 900 calories into a deficit. I'll do a couple maintenance days here or there. I'm just gonna feel it out. I do the whole thing intuitively in that way. I have the data to make the adjustments that I need to work my way down to the 7% body fat, and that way it's sustainable. It's not like a big stressful thing for me. So I haven't had any sugar kind of randomly for about 10 days. So since my wife left town and I committed to this new cut, the holiday cut, I really wanted to show you guys how I'm gonna lose this weight in a healthy way with not just like the number on the scale in mind, but also how I feel, how I think, all that good stuff, and feeling my workout. I just happen to have not had sugar, but my taste buds are very sensitive right now, so berries like this, they just taste insane. But I do want to do another day of eating when I have like a cheat day, so to speak. I still track those days, like I said, so I'll bring you guys along for that. Every Wednesday, again, we post, me and the crew here post an update on this cut as I work my way down from 203 down to 190 is my guess, but I'll get to 190 no matter what, but I want to get to like sub 7% body fat. So I'll do more updates there. And if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more full days of eating, I'd be happy to do them for you. I really appreciate your guys' time. Please also understand that I'm not dogmatic about nutrition. I've learned a lot about it, and I'm happy about that, and I love the way that I apply that information to my life. I found a system that works well for me. If you have a system that works really well for you, that knocks off all the boxes like this one does for me in terms of just kind of covering the spectrum of health, then share it, okay? Share it. I'd love to learn from you. It's all about compliance. I tell people, if you want to give this a shot, like try eating like the way I eat, do it. Like if I can heat you up a little bit, that's awesome. If you can heat me up in the comment section below with some ideas, that's amazing. It really just comes down to compliance. That's why I don't believe that any one way of eating is like the only way of eating. It's the right way of eating is the way that you can sustain for a healthy body weight and hopefully good sleep, good energy, and all that other stuff. So anyway, full day of eating done. There's never a right time to say goodbye. Yeah, adios guys.